watching Gulf News kicking back, where Morocco have stunned Portugal to become the first ever Arab and African side to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup. Guys, this is an absolutely huge story. It's unbelievable. But to be honest, I called it. I have been tipping them, so I'm not playing my own trumpet here. But I've seen the way they've been playing from the group stages that this team has got something special in them. And after that Spain shock, they've pulled off another one, Sean, by beating Portugal. Just sum up how massive a football story that this is.
Imran, this has been the story of this World Cup. The fairy tale run of Morocco. The first Arab nation to enter the semis, the first African nation to enter the semis. So this is the story of this World Cup. So when years later, when you look back at this World Cup, more than the winner, if Morocco is not the, even if Morocco is not the winner, you will always look back and say, this is Morocco's World Cup. Such has been their influence on this World Cup. And what a story it has been. And not just that, although even after the upset of Spain, I had called them to make the semis. But Portugal's demolition of 6-1 demolition in the quarterfinals made me change my mind. And Morocco showed me today how wrong I was. Not just that, they came out so positive today. I was surprised by their positivity. Normally, they would sit back and defend and catch them on the counters. Today, they put their front foot ahead. They pushed Spain. They pressured Spain. They ran them ragged in the initial stages. So they were keen to get that goal, and you knew that goal was coming. It was just a matter of time. And once that goal came in, Morocco went back to their usual self. And Morocco is a team, the only team in this World Cup who has not conceded a goal. The only goal that they conceded was his own goal, which means no team has, including Portugal, hasn't scored a goal against them. So, which means they deserve every bit of that accolade. And I only wish they go all the way into the final, because that would be the ultimate, tagline for this World Cup.
Satish, look, we're calling this a shock win again, but if you just study that performance by the Moroccans, they were superb yet again, from the very first minute right until the end, from their defense, from the midfield to their attack. I mean, Portugal had the chances. Fernandes came very close. As soon as Morocco had taken the lead, he hit the crossbar with a lovely effort from a tight angle. He was unlucky, and then in the second half, he had another chance, just cleared the bar with a 20-yard drive. But if you just study the performance, I mean, honestly speaking, if you didn't know the two names of these two teams and you were just watching Team A and Team B playing, you would say Team A was far better and deserved to win, and that was Morocco.
Absolutely, Imran, you're spot on, because they played to a plan. And yesterday, if you look at, the Moroccan coach said, we'll be very happy if Ronaldo is benched, and obviously he got a very positive news at the start, so he was benched also. So. But of course, he came in as a substitute, I think in the 51st minute or something. But I think all in all, it was a great game by Morocco, which was also helped by Portugal in a way that they could have played. Once Ronaldo came in, it brought in that momentum, which could have been injected much earlier than almost at the 51st minute. Where I think there was a point when we were all worried, like, will they be able to defend the 30-odd minutes of the barrage that was Portugal was throwing at them? But they did very well, and then they showed that they are good with defense as well as an attack. So it was altogether a brilliant performance from Morocco. And another point that I would also like to make is that these kind of performances in a World Cup will take a long way in not just the country, probably a continent itself. Like in various sports we have seen that the tectonic shift happens once one team makes this breakthrough. So that way it will have a wider and bigger impact on the world football itself, to the region, Arab region, as well as the African region, where now the teams can believe that they can beat European teams and other teams. That belief will come in now.
That's a very good point, Satish. In fact, Pele made the very same point. He said by 2026, rather, he believes an African team, Arab team, is going to reach the final and win it. And we're looking at it right now. It really does look like that the Morocco rather, with the way that they're playing, with the confidence that they've got, with the whole region behind them, especially, they very likely now can go all the way. Sham, I just want to talk about the goal because I mean that was an absolutely fantastic header from Youssef En-Nesyri. It was a superb leap in the air. He hung in the air very much like Cristiano Ronaldo has done in his whole career. He hung up there. Okay, it was a mistake from the keeper. You know, he came out very early. He should have stayed on his line, I think, and he probably would have easily just caught the ball. But full credit for En-Nesyri for getting up there, very much like Ronaldo, and giving the team the lead. And they defended stoutly from there on, didn't they?
Yes, of course, Imran. But before I get to the goal, let me correct you. Pele was off the mark by 20 years because he said by 2000 we'll have a champion from Africa. So I think let's say
I've given him 26 more years.
Yes, 22 years late doesn't matter. But so long as we get an African champion, we will celebrate that. Now coming back to the goal, yes, I mean I know all the commentators are blaming the goalkeeper here, but it's a tough ask. He had to come out of the 6-yard ball. I mean he had to come quite a distance from his goal line to reach the ball. I don't think he got anywhere near the ball. It looked like a gifted goal, but the thing is, I think the full marks to En-Nesyri. That leap was brilliant. Like you said, it was almost like Ronaldo. A high leap and hanging in there just to get the right amount of nod into it. Not just that, I would say more than that, it was poor. More than the goalkeeper, I thought it was poor defending from the Portuguese, really. So, but I think that goal was perhaps one of the best goals in this tournament, seriously. And I thought that the goalkeeper needlessly got a lot of flack for that. I don't think because you can't come so far from the goal line to make to parry that away, but he got nowhere near it.
Yeah, you know, when you come out that far, Diogo Costa, the keeper, you have to make sure you get the ball. I mean, you've got the advantage of jumping up and using your hands, but he was towered above by the striker. It was an absolutely tremendous header to give the side the lead. It's an incredible result, this, guys. It sends shockwaves across the world, I think. The Atlas Lions have sent the whole of Africa and the whole of Arabia wild with an upset for the ages. But we've talked about Ronaldo a couple of times, just as we were discussing the goal. Ronaldo, at the end of this match, he stormed off without shaking anybody's hand. He was in tears. It was, to be honest, he's let himself down, I think, guys. I mean, you know, being the elder statesman in football, having achieved so much in his career, he should have at least had the sportsmanship to shake the hands of Moroccan players and his own teammates as well. There were some youngsters in there, you know, who will be very upset, obviously, of going out to this stage. But in the end, it would look like quite a selfish act. He was in tears, clearly, and he stormed off into the tunnel and not to be seen since. What do you make of that reaction, Satish, from Ronaldo? Do you expect a bit better from somebody like him?
Of course, Imran. We wanted to see these stars, these superstars being a role model in setting out the right message by not being showing the sportsman. Yes, he might be dejected, but that's what it is all about. You have to overcome that. You have to be able to overcome the opposition in you to meet your rival or your teammates, to go through that and then have your emotions. That's where these are called superstars. I think it's not sending the right message. Probably there is a lot of conflict within the Portugal team, though there have been talks that everything is fine. So maybe he's fighting various psychological battles, one with the Man United, one with Portugal, one within himself after the loss. But still, whatever said and done, you got to behave the way a sportsman should behave. It should be it should have been a sportive gesture where he should have shook hands with the players and then spend his time, because probably it was his last World Cup match. So maybe a few seconds, few minutes wouldn't have made much of a difference in his career.
Yeah, Shyam, what do you think? Were you disappointed or were you not surprised, considering, as Satish pointed out, he's had a lot of stress with his club level and everything. He's been benched for the last 2 games for Portugal as well. But still, this is a player who has achieved absolutely everything. Okay, now clearly the World Cup is missed. He's not going to, at 37, he'll be 41 when the next tournament starts. He most likely will not be playing in America when the next World Cup starts. So this ship has sailed, so to speak. But do you think, I think we all can safely assume that we expected a lot better from a person who normally is very good when it comes to situations like this?
Frankly, Imran, I am not at all surprised. This is totally in character with the Ronaldo we have seen of late. I mean, he is so bitter, and he thinks the whole world is against him. I mean, whatever be the reasons, he is 37. You're not talking about a kid. You're not talking about a 20-year-old. You are talking about a 37-year-old man who has conquered pretty much everything in football. There isn't a peak is not scaled in football. So what are we asking? Can't he say? I mean, can't he show the basic courtesy, show some grace? I mean, that is what you expect of him. But then to expect that from Ronaldo, I think it's a little too much. I know I'm being nasty here, but that is what Ronaldo has become now. Now, contrast that with what I saw from Neymar yesterday. I'm not a huge fan of Neymar. I admire his skills, but I hate his theatrics on the field. But I saw a fantastic gesture from him. He was inconsolable yesterday. He was sitting on the pitch. He was standing there. Then he stood up and was talking to some of the Brazilian officials there. And you saw Luka Modric's children, and especially his son, run up to Neymar, and the officials just tried to shoo him away, shoo that boy away. Neymar came out, shook hands with this guy, and that boy was really, really thrilled. And that is the kind of gesture you want to see from a superstar. And I would like, I would have liked to see something like that from Ronaldo. I mean, not just in my esteem, he would have risen in everybody, the whole footballing world's esteem. Because even now, Ronaldo is a hero of too many. People still love him. Every time his name is called out in the stadium, the stadium, the applause rings out in the stadium. Every time he comes out on the field, people applaud him. So people still love him. So he needs to return that love. He needs to return that love by showing good graces, good behavior. And today, I know he was crestfallen, he's dejected, but that is no reason to go and applaud your opponent, say good, well done, and wish them well. I mean, that is what good people do, and that is what good footballers do. That is what sportsmanship is all about. But Ronaldo didn't show any of that.
Yeah, it was quite selfish from him. But just going back to Morocco now, Satish, they've played at this Thumama Stadium and they've won 3 times there now. They beat Belgium there, they beat Canada there, and now they've beaten Portugal there. I mean, just have a little say about the fans at the stadium, because honestly, the fans, you couldn't even hear the referee's whistle. They were making so much noise and so much passion. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. The Portuguese fans were completely outnumbered as well from the very beginning. In fact, the fans had started coming into the stadium an hour before kickoff. They were ready, they were prepared, they were, going to give their team absolutely every ounce of support that they could, and they did. Just how good have the Moroccan support been?
Oh, amazing. See, the entire region was behind Morocco now, and they probably can consider it as their home turf. It can't get any closer than that probably right now. So it was amazing feeling. In fact, I think I read the story yesterday. There have been fans clamoring for flight tickets, clamoring for match tickets, a hire card, and people are desperate to reach there. That showed the amount of importance or the popularity that this victory against Spain has brought in on the stage, the quarterfinals. So amazing. So these are some of the happy feelings that you wanted to see from these minnows, especially because that will go a long way in helping their team. But of course, it's all about crowd support. The moment you have so much crowd behind you, they might be feeling at home. That would give you that extra confidence to go ahead and do what they wanted to do. These are small things, but it matters a lot when it comes up in the total picture.
Absolutely right. And I think the way now, having reached the semi-finals, this support is just going to grow and grow and grow. And like I've said before, I can really see this team reaching the final. They're just playing superbly. If you just sum up the way they've been playing, they're robust at the back, they're good in midfield, and when they get a chance, they tuck it away. So they'll be playing the winner against England and France, which is about to kick off in the next hour. That's going to be an excellent match to see. So we're going to be back to see who is in the semi-final. It'll be played on Tuesday and Wednesday. And it's been tremendous. It's been a superb World Cup up until now, but this story really is the biggest probably that we've ever seen. It far bigger than Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, bigger than Japan beating Germany and Spain. this is going to be spoken about. Like Sham says, even if they don't reach the final now, having reached this stage is just an absolutely incredible achievement, and well done to them. That's all from us. Thanks to the guys. Check out golfnews.com for all the latest news and reviews, and check us out on social media. And we'll be back to talk about the semi-finals in our next update. Thanks, guys, and good night.